Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to be coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a great start to the week. We are back on my account. We're going to be doing another video where I build them so you don't have to. And today we've got a quest coming in from one and only God, coming in from the YouTube side. God is one of the regulars, always watching my videos, commenting, etc. He wants to do a FOLI video for an anti-monkey nuker. So that's what he's asking for, and that's what we're going to deliver. Now, FOLI is a champion that is very close to my heart because FOLI was the second legendary that I received when I first started playing this account in Raidshadowlegends. And I used him for a very long time. It was actually quite meta back in the day, and everything like that. Before we get into his kit, if you guys want to see me build any of these champions, or if you have any champion ideas or champion showcases, please let me know down in the comments down below. I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts, etc. So there isn't much we can really do with FOLI. He's a P versus P champion, and let's take him into arena today to see if he's still a definitely viable nuker overall. And I'll give you my personal opinion towards the individual. I will drop timestamps down below as well. So his A3 or attack all enemies decreases the target meter by 50%, and then attacks the enemy target enemy. Attacks enemies killed by a skill will cannot be revived. It's block revive, a 4-turn cooldown. And then he'll attack one enemy 4 times at random. Each hit has a 5% chance to place a leech for 2 turns. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. And then the A1 is something that's very rare. It's a 1, attacks one enemy 4 times, has a 20% chance of placing a decreased defense for 2 turns. For books, he's not too shabby, right? He's got some books on his passive, has an interesting passive as well, which can sometimes be advantage or disadvantage depending on the situation. For books, he's actually quite heavy for books. I didn't realize he also go quite heavy for books. Base stats, really quite fairly low attack, good speed for nuker, and everything else is generally quite fine. So let's go ahead, take him into the dragon, where we'll do a damage test on him, on his abilities, and compare him to a few others. Right, so we're going to go into Dragon 24. Let's see what he can do. There is someone who runs him in Finite 10, but I don't know the speed tune or anything like that. So I just wanted to kind of say it out there that E1, he has been run in Finite 10 before, so I'm not too sure on a speed tune. And I do use this guy in Curse City as well, but there isn't any floors available for him in Soul Cross right now. So we're going to see if we can target down the first AoE. It's an AoE, but then it will target a enemy afterwards as well with a single hit. So you can see there like 130 to 190 on the ability there. And then we'll just play this from Lydia. And then A1. And then we'll do the 4 hitter at random. About 35k each, 30 to 35k each. Not the best of hits, if I'm honest. And then we'll do the A1 if we have enough health. So 1, 2. So it's about 100k. So about 80k, right? It was about 25 to 20k overall. Again, not the hardest hitters of the nuker. So let's go ahead and go into the arena, and I'll showcase a couple of ways where you can keep him in the arena alive, which will be the hardest bit about it. Okay, so God has requested to see FOLI against one of the meta nukers, which is Song Wong, which is what we're going to do in today's video. So we're going to take a couple of teams on, and I'll showcase a couple of teams as well. So in this one, we're going to use Arbiter, FOLI, some type of CC control. So this could be Armads, this could be a Warlord, etc. We're going to use Armads because everyone has him. And then we have some type of Protect champion, which at the moment we're going to use Necrid. We will change this up in the next fight or the fight after, and we'll show you a couple of ways that we can use this to our advantage. It's a speed race. You know, it says he does what he's on a tin for overall. So we'll start off with our Armad's ability. Don't ask me why my Armad is faster than my Arbiter, just one of them ones. These are not the most high-end teams, but he's not going to be a Platinum Arena champion overall. So let's not try and sell this guy overall as he's not. He used to be back in the day as the Rolex counter. You'll see it come through 121, 100k on Song Wong there. Team didn't really stand a chance overall. Can take on many different type of nukers as well. We have another one here as well. So we have Armads, Arbiter, Song Wong, and Ronda. And again, it'll be the same situation really, just trying to keep us alive. You can see here we do have Stone Skin as well. Stone Skin is a extra precaution as well as Necrid. You could also potentially just run a really fast FOLI as well. That could help you as well. We will take a Ronda, so we don't have to deal with her. She didn't get CC'd, and then block revive on Song Wong again. Overall 205k damage, pretty juicy overall. So what if you don't have a Necrid then? Well, how do you keep him alive then? Let me find a fairly decent team. I'll show you what we kind of will be working against. So we have here a UDK, which is normally a problem for a lot of people. We have Brooklyn Priest and Mafala. We're going to drop her, and we're going to drop her. We're going to bring in a Duchess, which will generally help as well, where she is. There's my Duchess, 6-star Awakening. Duchess will bring increased attack. You will want to increase attack with champion with him. It'll be really key to get an increased attack champion with him. So that's something that you don't want to sleep on. So we're going to bring in a very fast Duchess, right? Like a very fast Duchess. We're given the Veils. So something to do, as long as you take a lockout champion, is going to be super solid with him. You can see here we have a big bolster set on here. Not going to sheep him or anything. We will try to get some damage out on her. So we got the increased attack and increase. So you can see there the veils go up. That will keep us alive. He did cleanse. Let's see if we can hit through the shield. Oh, you can see that a single hit went into UDK there, which is a bit annoying. But that is what happens with this type of style of team. And I want to show you, right, what can be his problems overall. I don't want to sugarcoat it and be like, yeah, he's going to be amazing, because he's been power crept quite a bit since he was released. He's very old school champion. Still looked very cool, don't get me wrong, which is pretty amazing. Take out the UDK there, which is pretty nice. I think we got 1 or 2 weak hits. No Dooku's attack though, increased attack. Or sleep him. Kind of long cooldowns as well, 4-turn cooldown on that A3. Compared to other modern nukers now, they're normally 3 turns, to be honest. You can see there A1 does the job. He's very strong with ally attack, so Lady M is definitely very solid with him overall. So let's have a look for another one. So these style of teams, not this one. These style of teams are very difficult to deal with because we have Armads and a cardio, right? So he is perfect for some of this. I'm actually going to keep Duchess in here. And we will bring in, I think we could just go 3-man, if I'm honest. We'll try to do a 3-man there. We can also bring in like a UDK to protect us, so we're quite useful as well. We're going to go ahead and sheep Armads. And Hevrak will be a good test for us because his passive is going to kill at least one of my champions. Let's see if you kill a FOLI. No, because it still keeps the stone skin. And that's what you want, right? You want him to control. We got a big bolster on us. And the bolster is super key. You can see there, Duchess kept him alive, which is what you want overall. Like so. And you can counter quite a few nukers. Like Rose is definitely, like I mentioned earlier, quite a good nuker to try and counter as well. We'll just double tap him. Any you can see here, again, it's just really slow from Mr. FOLI. Can he work? Can he do the job? He can still do the job. Still a great nuker. Mine is empowered to +2, which generally helps a lot, if I'm being honest. Would love to get this guy to +4. I've definitely gone against, I think it's 4, who's a small streamer on Twitch. He uses FOLI up in Gold 4, actually. He got me with a 4 or a +4 fully awaken. FOLI, which was hitting super hard, but I'm quite tanky. So you can see there, that was pretty nice. Let's just do one more for the road. Why not? Let's see. Okay, let's see. We got a torment here, so this is something different that we could try. Let's drop our armads and let's just go with something fun. Something like this. UDK as well, super solid. Stone Skin protects us from Torment. Torment can be a problem, obviously. You got a really fast Torment Warlord there again. Not needing that, right? And then we're gonna try and double tap them all. And we get all of them, right? Like, we don't get Dutches, fair enough, but we get everyone else. You can still see their bolster is quite huge and got plenty of health overall. So let's go and see Foli's build and see a couple of recommendations and maybe a couple of things that we can do slightly different. Right, so this is generally the way that I built him overall. So the reason why I put him in Stone Skin is because I used to use champions like Torment, etc. to make him skip ahead before the attack up with his passive. That's why I've actually put him in Stone Skin. And also it's quite regular to put nukers in Stone Skin now. Obviously Stone Skin and Savage is the way to go. So that's generally the way I'll go. So let's talk about Blessing then. Obviously, Harvest Cast was pretty nice for the champions that we use them because there's plenty of us, especially with like Necrid, Dutches, etc. So it's definitely a way to go. Lightning Cage could definitely also work as well if you're using the 4-piece Stone Skin just to really help you on that. I guess he's not really a PvC champion if I'm honest. And I guess after that, it's kind of hard. Obviously, Heaven Cast is probably the way I'd always go. I guess Life Harvest actually or Soul Reap could be quite good as well. They would be interesting ones to do. Maybe Life Harvest might be good against like people like monkeys, etc. So we can get back around to this just in case you didn't kill for any reason. That could be a interesting one. So let's have a look. He's in lethal. He's not fully oiled, but it's one of them ones like doesn't need to be fully oiled. Attack is coming in at 7,923. Critical damage coming in at 273. Speed coming in at 231 and 100% critical rate, which is going to be super key. Want to go attack and critical damage and attack ring. Tap boots or speed attack here and then critical damage, critical rate if you're early game player, and then attack, critical rate, etc. across the board with some speed as well. These are the masteries that I ran. These are really old style masteries that you could generally change. I think there's a few options in here, like Cycle of Violence is a must now. Optimus, which if you use an Armad would help you do some extra damage. And just a few others there. Shield Breaker as well is one I'd actually take on him as well over Heart of Glory. Kind of not the best of masteries, if I'm honest. Maybe we can just have a look at Raid Bro. Save myself 150 gems. Why not? And this is probably like the way that I like to go right now, if I'm honest, on like nukers. This is what I generally like on most nukers. Now it does change every time after that. So this is what I would say is the best way to copy if you're looking to build out your FOLI. Obviously, the FOLI is amazing as well. Faction Wars, if you generally do have him, he's going to hit quite hard, especially with champions like Madden Series, etc. as well. And he's obviously not the only champion that can do block revive in Dark Elves. You've got Eva, and then one of the Void Epics as well. I can't remember which one. I think it's a Law. Also can do it as well. That's it for today's video. A big shout out to God. Hopefully you enjoy this, God, and hopefully this helps you with this. I haven't held back. We use pretty so much of my best lethal gear that we have on my account. We could have made it a bit better if I went savage, but hey ho, it's one of them ones. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It does really help support the channel. If you're watching to the end, I really appreciate that. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.